Hey, all bigots, how are you? I'm making this vid because castrejo67 is going to host 1 hour with me and some guests. If you want to be present, oh, inform me in the comments. Okay, I've made some notes, so I'm going to talk about it now. Of course, it's about uh, cultural postmodernism, which is destroying the world, and I understand cultural postmodern after World War II, and especially regarding feminism, homosexuality, and atheism as sickening and maddening pseudological lies. Yeah, so especially feminism to begin with, and then second wave feminism, so it concerns your moms and your grandmoms who spread this, some call it cancer, who spread this around. Well, feminism in one sentence for me is fascism, sexism worse than racism. It's fascism because it's dictating us, it's terrorizing us, and it's tyrannic. So that's what your moms and grandmoms brought us. And feminism is dehumanizing and inhumane. So I explained that starting with birth control pill, because birth control pill these are very important hormones and influencing your brain development, especially when your brains aren't developed fully yet, which is at now about 25 years. And when you're mind controlled and living in those ideas, many can't ever think for themselves. But at 30, you have a chance. When you're a kind of skeptic, you can break through that. So birth control pill. It's not only influencing brain development, but it's also making women sociopaths in a way. Their mental and cognitive status is that it's normal to choose about life and death. It's pro-choice. That's the whole thing behind this. And altogether, it's making sociopaths. And they look innocent when it's about love and when they're young, but when they get 30 and they go nagging together and they get 40, oh, they are, well, they just go mad. They just go insane. So how do you say it? Feminism is due to the change of system, the change of society, the change of people's hearts and minds. Not in a good way, but they call it progressive. But in fact, it's backwarding. It's dehumanizing and inhumane. Also, abortion. Yeah, though it is legal, it's not human. No human will knowingly kill an unborn or just born or even a child. Those such people are not human, absolutely not. And it's again about choice. You can choose if you want children or not, and it's also the case with adoption. And furthermore, it's also the case with divorce, which destroys children and fathers, destroys family life, and that's without any accountability whatsoever, all because of this good cause, we all women, and we are good, and we are victims, and blah 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 blah. You know the story: patriarchy, misogyny. You know it all. So they all did that in back chambers, with lip services, and that's how the system has been fucked up. That's why there were made privileged laws, and that's how identity and gender entitlement politics were, how do you say it? Got the policy, politics, policy, yeah, and sexualization, not to forget sexualization, and now the whole porn industry, all these millennials are, sorry, I have no words for it. But because it was done in back chambers, it's not democratic at all, not at all. And next, they change the system in that way, that because they have a wrong mindset, they were mind controlled, like in Milgram and Stanford experiment. They think, oh, our mindset is okay, so our thought and feelings are good instead of insane and unhealthy, and so our love is good. Children belong with mothers, and fathers don't have love. They can't love, they can't care. So whatever, and that's projected on men altogether and boys, and as young as possible. And also girls are triggered in that, framed in that, in that cow shit as young as possible. So what next happened was, because of these feelings and thoughts, they said, hey, that's us, that's just me, with their wrong mindsets, mind you. But they weren't themselves, they were an altered ego, they were monotone, as if humane, they were mind controlled, and are mind controlled. That's not being yourself. No, not at all. That's an altered ego. And so, but they managed to compromise unequal treatment and discrimination. That's nowadays everything is racism and sexism and homophobic, Islamophobic, and Jew hated, and misogyny, and all these liberal, neo-social, unjust interpretations of law, because it was compromised with unequal treatment and discrimination. Unequal treatment and discrimination were set on a slippery slope, as if being how they feel is being human. No, I already said it's inhumane and dehumanizing. So that's a flaw. That's definitely a flaw, and a fraud. Because being and expression is not one-on-one. It's not the same. And especially not when you're mind controlled. you're crippled in developing human well-being. In essence, they can't think for themselves, and in essence, that's how truth is neglected, is outruled, and that's typical postmodernism, because postmodernism claims there is no truth. They are so skeptic, and there is no truth. And being skeptic, that's okay. No, it's not okay when you say there is no truth. Then you got these pseudological lies which replace truth. And then the whole idea of justice is compromised. This whole it used to be truth, without truth no freedom, and no justice and no peace. And love altogether was often fake. So that's how it used to be. Now it's about no justice, no peace, while the system is unjust to begin with, it's being compromised. And not talking about injustices, because that makes it even worse, especially for fathers and men. So, next this thing about feminism, and realize homosexuality also claims the same things about being, about equality, about blah blah blah, and atheism is what binds atheism in these pseudological lies is destroying normal family life, destroying religious values, which were our values even when secularized. Yeah? So destroying normal families. And it's about destroying natural rights and replacing it with equal rights, civil rights. Yeah? And that's making big government. Realize that. And we all have to adapt, or otherwise we have to die. That's divide and conquer. That's what cultural Marxism does in this sense also. So equal rights, and now we have this MRA movement, or even MRHA movement, as if human, because they identify also as humans. But being human is nothing more as we are all hetero, and we are a child of our father and mother, and that's it. That's it. There's not more about being human. And discrimination of race is not necessary anymore. Just the same with religion as a constitutional right. It's not necessary anymore. Religion can be seen as a special form of freedom of speech, so it doesn't have to be in constitutional rights. And homosexuality, it's about your feelings, and it's about taste and orientation. It's not about who we are, because we are all hetero, we are a child of a father and mother, and point, that's it. And that's about normal family life as the core of society. And that's about truth and natural rights. So, equality is a lie thereby, because as humans, so as I defined it, we are all equal. Yes, we are all equal like that. But not as citizens, not as individuals. We are all unique. We are all different. There is no thing like we are equal in civil ways. So equal rights is well, it's controversial, but that's why I talk about pseudological lies, about irrationalities. It's kind of a mind illness, and it is. So another thing, freedom of expression was also meant in this context of pursuit of happiness, in the context of normal family life and natural rights. Yeah, but it's all gone now. It's all replaced by a cultural postmodernism, by those idiots, useful idiots, Stalin used to name them. Yeah, okay. Well, I think that's most of the things I've noted. So please, we can talk about it in this hangout hosted by castrejo67. I hope you want to join. Let me know in the comments. So bye bye. Thank you very much.